Andy here to talk to you about this guitar. Guten Tag. Me llamo Paul from Guitar World. Just kidding, Andy. From my world, Epiphone World. Today we're going to be reviewing the 1958 Epiphone Flying V. It is a considerably more affordable version of the Gibson Custom Shop 1959. That's funny, it's separated by 1 year, I have no idea. They're about the same body weight. They look to be about the same. I think the only aesthetic design difference is this Cadillac Flying V thing in the back is bigger. It's larger. It's actually pointier, I think, on here. It splays out more. The tuners on this one, ironically enough, are better on the Epiphone because I think the Grover tuners stay in tune as opposed to the white Perloid tuners. I've always noticed with like the G string, no jokes, it always goes sharp on those. On these, it doesn't. You know, you can just bend all day long. It's still pretty much right there. I might be a little out of tune because I've been doing this a couple times. It came factory standard with some pretty mushy, not the best sounding Alnico pickups. I changed those out. Here's a Seymour Duncan Jazz 2. Here's a Seymour Duncan Pearly Gate. This is like an 8.35K pickup, 8.4, 8.5 maybe. Each one's wound a little differently, I think. This is like a 6.9, maybe a 7.0K pickup. So it's pretty bright sounding still. Pretty aggressive, but still quite musical. Not playing very well today. It came standard with an ABR. Didn't feel the need to change that out. CTS, all right here, all three of them. This is the neck pickup, bridge pickup, and universal tone control. This is something I also had put in because the old one broke on me. It was kind of cheesy, and that's being nice. I'm not so sure what the make of this is, but it's sturdy, it's dependable. I had it professionally installed. Anyway, this is about this to bridge, and the tuners are the only standard thing on this guitar. This is like a, I don't know, it's just standard factory stuff. It hasn't broken. Soldering seemed alright. If it fails, I'll put something else in. But for the time being, it's working. Now let's review everything tonally about this guitar. Let's talk about the pickups. Let's start with the neck pickup. That is a Seymour Duncan with the pickup cover on it. It's a Jazz 2. Was it a JF2 or something like that? It's a Jazz 2. It has considerably less output for a normal Alnico, let alone a ceramic pickup. But it's still full enough and it has enough push that it forces the amp into a total overdrive. The neck pickup. Let's start at about 3 or 4. Here's your basic rhythm sound, clean-ish. lot of punch to it. Seymour Duncan pickups have this great, for lack of a better word, aggressive clarity to it, maybe top end, and a certain distinctive punch. It's very vintage sounding, but with a modern sensibility. Now let's move the volume pot up a bit, and you're going to get this. Notice it's pushing the amp more into an overdriven sound. Classic 60s, early 70s vibe happening there. Now let's move it up a bit to about 8 or 9. Clapton sound, that cream, you know, almost woody. You can turn it to 10 and maybe roll back the tone pot a little bit, and you'll get this sound. Here's something just to keep in mind. This pickup is low enough output that what I just did, I went from like a screaming lead without touching the volume pot. Just hitting it less forcefully. And it automatically cleans up. It's really nice. JCM Marshall 100-watt combo. It's not touch sensitive, at least not really. It's a PC board. It's a great sound. You just need to know how to work these also. That's the brightest it's going to get. Now here is about 3 and 4. This is about 7 and 8. Growls in. I'm not even really doing much, and it's just doing it. By the way, this has a lot of push to it. And with an amp like a high gain amplifier, you have to really be careful not to push it too much, or else you're just going to get a kind of a muddy tone. That's kind of on a cleanish channel, and I've got it rolled back to about 11 o'clock. The gain is. The volume's at about 8. I mean it's down. It's 8 or 9. So you just have to be mindful of that.